All right. Shalom, shalom. Kahalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, where I continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom to the elder bishops out of Connecticut, who will also continue to learn this 100% truth from. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham to all of those men, the elder apostles that rule well. Shalom to the elders and the prophets, the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone, who are also continue to learn this 100% truth from. The water for your sacrifice, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. And last but not least, shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Akwaf, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. Back again with another video, praying that you be edified. And I'm going to entitle this, Yahweh, no, I'm not going to say it like that. The Most High Judges Nations. Keep it simple. And I got an inspiration. It's actually a response. Elder Apostle Gabar, and I believe it's the Sons of Thunder. Yeah, Sons of Thunder. Who was had a camp, I think, last week, and they were speaking on Priest Sabak, I believe. They didn't want to call it by name. He was trying to be PC like Priest Sabak was, and not calling out Genesis for going off the way they were, as they do. And so they got a couple of scriptures pulled out. And I was like, okay, well, let me do a response to that. And also Elder Apostle Gabar, I believe he did a response to it. So it's kind of a response to a response, you know. So I'm gonna bring out some of the scriptures that they have, and also bring out precepts. So let's get an understanding for one, that let's establish that all nations are not going to have salvation. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has one nation of people that he loves and that he calls his people and that he calls his children. And that is the people of Israel, the kingdom of Israel, which consists of you Negroes, let's get it straight, you Latinos, and you Native American Indians. You three, we're going to say worlds, make up the nation of Israel. And you were all judged as a nation, people of the Most High, who chose not to listen and follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. So he judged you. Now, when he judged the nation of Israel, those people I mentioned, they were good people just as well as wicked people, because ultimately our people were judged because they sinned against the Most High. Now, all, as the scriptures say, all Israel have sinned against the Most High. But just because the wicked went into slavery, the Most High did not discriminate, nor is he a respect of persons. And also the righteous also went into slavery with the wicked as a nation of people. And it's going to be the same for you heathen nations. Your so-called good, which they ain't no good, but the Most High. Yahweh Shai taught us that. And you wicked, you're all going into slavery under the Israelites, under Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12, and the elect, the 144,000. Okay, so we're going to get some scriptures to prove that Yahweh Shai only judges nations. Well, I'm not going to say only, but he judges nations, because individuals from those nations get judgments, but ultimately the nation gets judged as a whole. For instance, an example would be slavery. The Israelites all went into slavery, even though they all were not against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Some, like Daniel, like Jeremiah, were prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but they still had to go and serve slavery. Well, they still had to go into slavery, even though they served Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So I want to make sure, and it's something that you people need to think about before you just say what you want to say. Okay, so we're going to go. We're going to start Genesis 15 and we'll start at 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. So this is a prophecy that's going to come to pass. And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. What prophecy is this? This is a prophecy of the time of Egypt. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. So that was a prophecy of the children of Israel coming out of Egypt, led by Moses, right? Let's get Galatians 3 and 17, and it reads, and I say, in Shalakia, and this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of the Most High and Hamashiach, the law, which was 430 years later, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul that it should make a promise of non-effect. So this was also, Paul spoke about the covenant that we made with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, with the law, in the time that passed, cannot be disannulled, and the promise should make non-effect. Now let's get that in the let's get that in the NIV. Jumping the gun there. Galatians. Where we at? Galatians 3 and 17, and it reads in the NIV, Salakia. And it reads, what I mean is this: the law introduced 430 years later does not set aside the covenant previously established by the Most High, and thus do away with the promise. So the promise will never be disannulled. It will never be done away. And the Most High tells you that heaven and earth will pass, but his words will never pass. Let's get another scripture. Let's go to Ezekiel. And because the brothers was bringing it out, so I just wanted to kind of touch the same basis of, these were the proper scriptures to speak about, with as far as the title that they have about what the Most High judging nations. And it reads Ezekiel 18 and 19, and it reads, yet say ye, why doth not the son bear the iniquity of the father? When the son have done that which is lawful and right, and have kept all my statutes, and have done them, he shall surely live. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he hath committed, and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die. Let's get that in the NIV. What's that? Ezekiel. Ezekiel 18 and 19 in the NIV. Yet you ask, why does the son not share the guilt of his father, since the son has done it just and right, and has been careful to keep all my decrees? He will surely live. The one who sins is the one who will die. The child will not share the guilt of the parent, nor will the parent share the guilt of the child. The righteousness of the righteous will be credited to them, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be charged against them. But as a nation, we shall all go into slavery. I'm not adding it. I'm just telling you that's exactly what happens. Is that regards to the fact? Let's get Jeremiah. Shalakia. Jeremiah 24 and we'll start at 1. The Lord showed me, and behold, 2 baskets of figs were set before the temple of the Lord. After that, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away captive Jechanah, the son of Jeroboam, king of Judah, and the princes of Judah, with the carpenters and smiths from Jerusalem, and had brought them to Babylon. 1 basket had very good figs, even like the figs that are first ripe, and the other basket had very naughty figs, which could not be eaten. They were so bad. Then said Yahweh unto me, What seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, Figs, and good figs, very good, and the evil, very evil, that cannot be beaten, they are also evil. Again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thus saith Yahweh, thy power of Israel, like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah, whom I have sent out of this place into the land of the Chaldeans for their good. So Yahweh Shah is telling Jeremiah, even though the figs represent the righteous people, even though they're righteous, I'm still going to send them into slavery. And that's judging the nation, even though they did things right. Psalms 43. We'll start at 1. And this is King David, and it reads, Judge me, O power, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and the unjust man. Again, it says, Judge me, O power, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful of an unjust man. In the NIV, it says, Vindicate my power and plead my cause against an unfaithful nation. Rescue me from those who are deceitful and wicked. Why? Why is King David saying that? Because all righteous and unrighteous will go into slavery. So King David is pretty much separate me from this nation, or from this wicked nation, that I may not have to suffer what they have. But they still had to. But he still had to. Oh my gosh, it's lucky. Isaiah 2 and 4. And it reads, and he shall judge among the nations. Listen, 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 listen. And he shall judge against the nations. Who's he? Yahweh Vashem Yahushua. And shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. It's a future prophecy. It's a future prophecy that's coming to happen real soon. Let's see. Micah 4 and 3. And it reads, therefore now, O power, Yahweh, take, I beseech thee, my life from me, for it is better for me to die than to live. Why is Jonah saying that? Because the affliction, when Yahweh Shah said, these curses will pursue you, that's what he meant. If you are of the seed of Jacob, no matter where you are in the world, these curses will overcome you. This is part of being judged by the nation, because our nation, our people are under a curse to the whole world. But strangely, I'm tripping. It's getting late. I see. I realize that's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted, but the Spirit had me bring it out. But it's not what I was looking for. I had Jonah and I was looking for Micah. Micah 4 and 3. Slack and I probably won't be able to get to Elder Apostle Gabar some of the scriptures he brought out with those precepts, but I may do a part 2 to it. We'll see. Abarakazah. Micah 4 and 3. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. I'm going to read that again. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. That's a future prophecy. That is a future prophecy. This is going to happen real soon. Acts. Oh, she like you. Acts 7 and 7. In the nation to whom they shall be in bondage will I judge. Heavy, said the Most High. And after that shall they come forth and serve me in this place. So again, the Most High judges nations. He don't judge. He does judge a person, but you're part of that nation who are being judged by the Most High. All right, I'm gonna end it right here, and then I'll do a part 2 tomorrow. Acts 24 and 10. Then Paul, after that the governor had beacon unto him to speak, answered, for as much as I know that thou hast been of many years a judge unto his nation, I do the more cheerfully answer for myself, because that thou mayest understand that there are yet but 12 days since I went up to Jerusalem for a worship. There's supposed to be more of that for me. Okay, shock you. Yeah, shut it down. I'm sleepy. Acts 24:10 in the NIV, and it reads, where the governor mentioned for him to speak, Paul replied, I know that for a number of years you have been a judge over this nation, so I gladly make my defense. Who is he talking to? I believe, I have to fact check it again, but I believe Apostle Paul is talking to Felix, trying to persuade him for protection against the Jews who took a vow to kill him. But at the same time, Paul understands the scriptures very well because he was trained firstly by Yahushua and speaking about how Felix rules over Israel, and he judges over Israel, and through Felix he gets the power from Yahweh Yahushua to judge and to make decisions on all Israelites, whether they be good or bad. So how Barak are you edified with that lesson? I'm saying, Kahalo Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Rakak Radash Shalom and salutations again in double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, and Shalom to the elect. Shalom.